Hello fellow traders. Tonight I'm going to go over a couple things with some more trend lines on the weekly chart. I want to clarify myself where I stand here on this market. Again, I love the comments we're getting in our little community. I really do, and I appreciate the comments. Like I said, I do these to help my friends and other people that are watching too, whether it helps them or not, learn from my mistakes, whatever. But I'm not hoping for some major double dip to the lows as the higher we go. I'm stretched. I'm at the point where if we do test 10,000, I'll probably be out at that point. And they did their job. I gotta reserve the rest of my capital heading into winter here, and that's just the roll of the dice. But check this out on this weekly chart on the Dow. This is the 2-year weekly on the Dow, and as you could see here, as this last rally, look at the weekly volume is just tapering off. I know I've been saying that, but I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, if we're gonna be breaking up, this would look like this. You know what I mean? GM wouldn't still be at 0%. Now money back guarantees, 9 years later. It's just amazing, But this top trend line, I'm right here, why I like this one, and it happens to be, we're right on the nut, is this is when they say that the market crash really started right here, July of 07. And then these last little flat spot tops right here before our first plunge in October. So that's a significant line right here. And even if I hadn't been short since like 8,100 on the Dow, right now I would be super light looking for a pullback to, 9,000, or at least come down to this lower band here. And why I like these is because if this was a mild downtrend market, nothing severe, and Lehman not going bankrupt, see how we'd be right here. See what I mean? Nothing's changed. They just plunge it to shake people out and rally it back so they can make bank. But in reality, we're still right where we are in the same trend 2.5 years ago. Okay? Why I trade like this? A lot of things to do in life. I'm trying to get a simple strategy here. It's worked in the past. That's why I started doing these videos. It really helps to see if they play out. This has got to hold right here. We at least, when you look at it over this long rally here in this big chart, I'm going to pull back to this trend line before we continue our up move. That would pull us back to like 8,500. Doesn't even look, that's a mild pullback, a mild correction. If we come down to this, 8,100 area where I pointed out that was our chance to buy, where you didn't have to catch a falling knife. If you didn't buy at the bottom here at March, it came up and kind of rolled over, and bam, at 8,100, that's when you jumped in. Remember, that was the quadruple nut I pointed out, and we went up, ever since. If we happen to pull back to there, we could be setting up for a big head and shoulders for another, spring crash. But I gotta be honest with you, they got me confused, and whether it is fraudulent and they're running the market. I'm at that point where this right here is kind of like this right here for me. Can we hit that 10-2 that they've been calling for? The 10-3, 10-4 area? God, I'll be, you know, that's when I'll be out. And I'll be reassessing everything, looking to go short, but on other things that are very, very overextended. You know, I really learned my lesson here, where when I shedded out all my SSO, Disney, Microsoft, wasn't holding none, and just basically was playing the short side from 8100. You know, definitely bit me on this one. And like I said, now if we do get this pullback like to 8500 and it starts bouncing, probably be out. You know, just looking to get out close to even, or even at a, you know, little loss on this one. If we continue the uptrend, it will be a significant loss, but the game's definitely not over. Remember that. You always got to stay in the game. Well, you never come out ahead. And you always got to be thinking long term, you know, marathon, not a sprint. And you're not always right, you know. Definitely not preaching this pullback just because I'm holding short. I'm going by what I see. Just like when I showed that quadruple nut, I looked back at that at 8100 and should have plowed in on that and still held my shorts, but should have took my remainder of my cash and said, hey, you know what, this is it. That's why you always got to be on top of it. You know, you got to be ready to make that move. You know, looking for 8,500 at least. You know, I showed you on the weekly chart that would be a mild pullback. If we get 8,500, you know, we'll see how the volume's picking up going to there, but jumping up from here, you're 10-4, and I'll definitely be out with a fat loss. Good luck.